We're saying yes to you this morning with some sparkle and some shine. We're big on our bling in Texas and maybe nowhere more than the world of cheer. After only 10 years in business, one company has skyrocketed to #1 in competitive cheer apparel with its modern, form-fitting, fun looks. Carrollton-based Rebel Athletic was founded and is led by Noseff Aldridge, a local powerhouse woman who is shaking up the cheer industry and providing inspiration to young competitors to say yes to you.
You know, it's more than just the stunting and tumbling. People think, oh, you learn all these skills. It teaches girls teamwork. It teaches self-confidence. It teaches what you talk about, self-love. It teaches discipline. When you're stunting or tumbling or flying and doing these things, like you're trusting your teammate to catch you. So I think it helps these girls also form very deep bonds.
Those are all components that really do go to self-love, self-worth, trust, friendship, all the kind of things we're talking about.
100%. I grew up, at least one side of my family, my mom's side of the family being Asian. Culturally, we're raised very differently than kids in Western society. Of course, I'm overgeneralizing, but there is not a lot of external validation. When you grow up in an Asian family, there are just certain things expected. I didn't grow up with a lot of verbal affirmations or people saying, hey, you're awesome, you can do this, which is a very Western society thing. And so that does one of two things to you. It either kind of breaks you or it makes you self-reliant and dependent on your inner voice.
That inner voice led Karen to create and grow a company to become one of the top brands in a very competitive industry. A company that encourages young women to be confident and love themselves.
I think the key message is, regardless of who you are, what your background is, where you come from, you are perfect just the way you are, and you are capable of achieving anything. The minute you start believing that, you start putting that energy out into the universe, and other people start believing it. I know that sounds hokey, but it has worked for me all my life.
I look at you and I think, wow, she's got it all together. She's got this great business, she's beautiful, she gives back. Are there areas where you find challenges with self-love?
I struggle with, feeling like I need to lose weight. I struggle with, am I articulating myself in the best way? I even struggle with, hey, the company's grown. We now have over 200 employees, and we're now not even classified as a small business, but a mid-sized business. And that freaks me out because I question my own ability to be able to lead us. Am I capable of it?
So when you find yourself in the middle of insecurities, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, questioning yourself, are there techniques you use to ground yourself and to grow from that in your own feeling about yourself?
Our entire executive team practices manifestation, law of attraction. It works for us every single time. I mean, we will literally write numbers down, whether it's revenue numbers or a big account we want to land, and we will manifest it through like writing it and speaking it and speaking of it in the past tense as if it's already done. You've heard the saying, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're right. But I take out a blank piece of white paper and I write down, I just like free thought, whatever comes to mind, I write down what are specific goals I want to achieve, things that will make me happy. It sounds like something a 13-year-old, middle schooler would do, things that would make me happy, but it's something magical happens when you do that exercise. I'm going to make an effort to eat healthier because then my body will feel better. I'm going to make an effort to work out at least 3 times a week, even if it's only even if I only have 10 minutes, right? And then you hold yourself accountable to those things that you've written down. You have to take care of yourself and your needs in order to take care of those around you, in order to be the best version of yourself for everybody else. Focus on making sure your cup is full so that you can give to others.
She is just a delightful woman. Rebel actually has an anti-bullying platform to encourage diversity and self-acceptance among young women and men in cheer, part of Karen's mission to make her message her mission.